All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's stream. New year, same class, same time, same day, same guy, but it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Today we're gonna be taking a look at Fang Jakai Blades. For those of you who are uh, degenerates, also known as Fang Jakai of Decimation. Apparently, Fang won a RTN on DGA. How that happened, I don't know. Yes, Mara, I'm just kind of messing with you here. We are not going to be playing DGA Fang, I promise you. Uh, I just wanted to get a little rouse out of you. But yeah, we're going to be looking at Fang today. I think Fang is actually in a very, very good position right now, and I took Kassai to my RTN this weekend or last weekend, and the whole time I was playing Fang, I was just like, "Why am I playing Fang when I could be playing Dorinthia or Fang? Why am I playing Kassai when I could be playing Fang or Dory?" And I think I'll break it down a little bit for you guys. I actually think Fang is in a very good position because of the BNR more than anything. Uh, Syndra was a very, very tough matchup because Syndra basically could just go from the start. Technically, she needed a little bit of fealty generation, but the games that I played at Worlds, the Syndras that I played, they were generating fealty at the same rate as my Fang deck did. So I don't know if it has something to do with my Fang deck or they were just running hot, but Syndras can generate fealty very, very quickly. And they don't even need fealty really to unlock their whole deck. So Syndra was a very bad matchup for Fang. Verdance obviously is a very, very bad matchup for many reasons. Verdance had the ability to decompose on defense. Now that is taken away. She also has the ability to disrupt you with things like felling and plow, which means it's harder to set up large turns with Fang. Obviously, Scour is one of the main reasons why that matchup is extremely difficult. You go to 3 fealty, they scour it back down to 0. You could go up to 4 fealty and they could scour you down to 0. So that's just a tough matchup there. However, now that they can't decompose on defense, they actually have to play out attack actions in order to decompose. This does mean that we're just going to be taking less damage in general. So that's very helpful. Gravy, I think overall, for most of the Warriors, Gravy is actually a fine matchup. Obviously, heroes like Dorinthia just destroy Gravy. Kassai, a lot of the wording of Kassai cards is very friendly. For example, Blood Follows Blade just says hit. So literally, you can attack a dude, play Blood Follows Blade, swing with your dude, and then swing with your weapon. It's really, really good. Fang also has the ability to clear allies very effectively because you can decide where you want to place your damage. He has access to things like Oath of Loyalty, Hunt to the Ends of Wraith, Blaze Headlong, in addition to being able to put his damage wherever he wants on each of his daggers. So I think that's a okay matchup for him. Mario is traditionally hard for all the Warriors, and this is one of those heroes, personally, I have kind of a mental block against. I perform very badly against Katsu and Mario. I'm not exactly sure why. But in theory, Fang has the tools because they were printed in the same set. So Fang has access to things like cut from the same cloth, well, I guess all warriors technically have access to that, but only he really has access to that. He has Hunt to the Ends of Wraith, which literally is an anti-Arachne hate card. Yeah, so like he has some of the tools that allow him to deal with that. Things like Smoke Out or Den of the Spider, stuff like that. So, in theory, he should be okay there. And then finally, now that we've actually come full circle now, Warrior has actually gotten into the meta. Fang is actually very good against Kassai because you are kind of doing the same game plan, but you just have better numbers and you how do I put this? You just do what she's trying to do better, and you also have the ability to block a little bit better as well on particular turns. You can clear the allies easily. Kabuto is uh, less effective against Fang, so Fang being able to any warrior that can run Kabuto, obviously, I think Kassai actually is obviously Bolton gets hit the worst by Kabuto, and then Kassai I think is a close second. Um, uh, I feel like there's some other thing that I'm missing in terms of like why Fang is very good against Kassai. When I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. Let's catch up with chat a little bit, and then we'll take a look at some numbers and stuff, and then we'll come up with a deck list here. All right, Fang Gang's here. Great to see you guys. Don't do this to me. Don't give me hope. Hey. Warrior's not in a bad position right now, and I think, as I explained, I think Fang is in a decent position right now. I think Kassai is our warrior pick this season. I'm actually going to go into some theories here because Brian Gottlieb put out a tweet the last couple hours, and I actually kind of want to dissect that a little bit. Sure, but have you tried attacking for 4? I mean, I do that all the time when I have a Dawnblade counter. I do feel like we got to start playing Overcrowded again. That is a very good card. Kind of negates the Codex, and it's just a 4 block. Could even be more than a 4 block. Overcrowded made me play a blue. Nice. Josh, don't make me go get Fake Chat to swing the vote. Oh my goodness, Mara rigging votes left and right here. Is Fang really the same class? Yes. I've talked about how I think that the common thread between all the warriors is that they put their opponents in difficult positions. Not that warriors are the weapon class and they have a fridge and they have attack reactions. That's not what makes a warrior a warrior. Every single warrior presents the question of, do you block this or do you not block this? And there's no good answer to that. Although, to be fair, assassins also kind of do that too now, right? They present something annoying with go again, and you don't know if they're going to go tall, go around, play Codex, so. I feel like to get to the top of the meta, all Fang needs is one more good Draconic Reaction card that works on the first chain link. That is an interesting design space that they haven't explored that says, like, you get a bonus if this is the first chain link, Draconic chain link. That could be good. So people complaining about Scour makes sense. I hope we get a cool React in Pen. I hope we get multiple Reacts in Pen. I do recommend if you extra attacks like Rabble or Outed for Fang versus Gravy just to keep the allies in check before you're online. Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Is that you can run Ravenous Rabble? That's obviously going to come in for 4 most of the time, and Outed is also pretty good. That is one of the things though, is that, like, do you have enough sideboard slots to fit everything in? And we're going to be running through that when we make the list. Is that, like, some of the lists look like they have like 55 cards that are about the same, and then it's really the other 25 cards that determine, like, are you really aggressive, are you really defensive, how susceptible are you to Phantasm, how susceptible you are to Fatigue, whether you want to shore up like the Mario matchup. There's a lot of different types of ways you can build him. I hate that Kabuto exists because it's only useful in Warrior Mirrors. Yeah, when LSS gave the card guys the Kabuto for the spoiler, at first I was really happy. I was like, oh my god, we got a helmet now. We don't have to play Helm of the Sharp Eye or Crown of Providence. And how it actually, and I was like, oh yeah, great, it'll be great against Enigma, great against Reinar. And how did it end up turning out to be? Well, the reality is that basically Warriors have 79 cards in their deck because they have to run Kabuto. Because if you play a Warrior Mirror and you don't have Kabuto, you're sad. Feels like a wasted slot so often. I think you do get some use out of Kabuto against the other classes, so I wouldn't say it's just for the Warrior matchup, but yeah. Fang versus Kassai pretty much nailed it. Free go again. Permanent free daggers once you're in line. Fang just does what Kassai's game plan is, but better. Oh, yes. The next comment there mentions what I was thinking of. Warmongers is actually very good against Kassai. If you look at the Kassai list, they're not running that many attack reacts. Obviously, they do have things like Blade Runner, Run Through, Glint for Go Again. But if you play Warmongers and they were keeping a hand of like Draw Swords, Outland Skirmish, Slice and Dice, Spoils of War, like you can really, really mess them up. Especially if they were like trying to go for like a Blood on Our Hands turn. Warmongers just could just be a time walk there. Really, really crazy. Not to mention just Kassai. Warmongers is actually very good in this metagame. We're going to take a look at the metagame in a little bit. But Dio, Gravy, Kassai, Mario. I mean, there's quite a few heroes in the game right now that card is quite good against. I got my first top 4 in a 36-person RTN playing Kassai. Congratulations, good job. That's better than I did this weekend. Does Arachne attack with Kiss of Death if he takes? If they attack with Kiss of Death, if he takes a Kabuto block, Kiss of Death is a dagger, and dagger is a weapon, right? I'm pretty sure you could play Kiss of Death. Like, if he attacks with a Clave and then plays Kiss of Death, which is, like, something I've never seen, but, you know, theoretically could happen. Pretty sure you could attack with that. Fang sideboarding is crazy tight. Yeah, it's crazy tight, but you basically lump whether you're going to be aggressive or defensive generally, and then you pick like whether you want some poppers, whether they're 7 or 6 power poppers, and then, all right, which of these 18 possible D-reacts do we want? And then go from there. What about Royal Fang running Tome? Is that bad? I've never played Tome with Fang. I remember when they first announced Fang and Syndra, Tome of Imperial Flame shot up in price. So when Jeremiah was around, that was an expensive card because Jeremiah was, you know, a meta deck, and Jeremiah played Tome of Imperial Flame, and then Jeremiah LL'd, and there was like a lull where there was no, I mean, technically Phi was around, but there was nobody that could play it. And then they announced Hunted, I think at Osaka, and then the price shot up. But then it ended up being that neither Fang nor Syndra play that. I've never run it. I'd have no idea if it'd be any good. I have a feeling you don't like the Tome of Imperial Flame was really good because you could like pitch it to, or you could use it with Furnace and stuff like that. And it could make Ash, which was very, very nice for Jeremiah. Oh, you're making a new list on stream? Yeah, I kind of want to just make a list, kind of, because I'll be honest. I've been playing Dory and Kassai the last 4 months. I really haven't touched Fang much, so I kind of want to approach it with a fresh mindset, because with Syndra running around in the previous meta, Fang was just not it. But hey, we're in a new world now. I tried so hard to make Tome work. It's incredible pre-online, but once you're online, it's just a brick. It's hard to justify. If it blocked at all, I'd slam 3. That's right. Tome does not block. Understood. Mr. Portillo, how are you doing today? Nice to see you here. Hope you had a good New Year's. There's definitely a world where it's playable. If we're really desperate for a Draconic card, we could pitch it for resources. Alright, but in phase 2, it's just so brutal. Kiss of Death is a dagger attack, but not a weapon attack. There you go. Judge Mara on the case there. Alright, let's switch over here. Don't worry, guys. We're not going to be playing Fang Draconic Decimation today, okay? I'm gonna. Apparently, 30% of you want to see this, but you know we're not going to do that today. We're going to be making a fresh deck. But first, there's a couple tabs I kind of want to take a look at. So we got the RTN meta, not actually the metagame pie chart, and that's a distinction we're going to need to make. But this is the results from week 1, and Warrior as a class in general needs to adapt to the metagame. Now, I don't think this is super surprising. Out of the heroes that did get bans, Gravy was on paper the one that got hit the least. Still a very, very strong deck when piloted at an extreme level. Also to note, RTN season is different than PQ season because PQ season, as the PQ season progressed, all the good players were banned from playing. Whereas in RTN season, if there's a guy that really wants to play 17 RTNs, he can do it. I mean, he's going to have to find some that are hosted on Monday, but you know. So yeah, okay. So we got Gravy, Mario, Kassai, Verdance, Dio. That's about half the metagame. But yeah, down here is Fang, doing okay. Now, keep this in mind. I think you guys have already seen this. I don't really want to dive too deep into this, but something that Brian Gottlieb said recently, I actually want to take a look at because this is a very, very interesting, and I have a theory for what's going on here. He said, unique stat from RTN week 1 that I don't recall ever seeing before. Okay. The top 5 most played decks were Marionette, Gravy, Verdance, KO, and Kassai. Okay, so just for reference, that's here, 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 and then a jump down to here. Now, we'll break that down a little bit. A lot of people have thought that KO is like the greatest deck ever. You got to bring KO to RTN. Didn't perform that well. Might have top aided, but didn't actually convert all the way to a win. So, interesting to see that. Okay, so these are the top 5 decks. But only one of these decks is in the top 5 for conversion rate, and it's in 5th place. So, only one of these decks is in the top 5. He didn't specify which one it is. I don't know if literally it's just him listing them out in order. So like Marionette was the most played, then Gravy, then Verdance, then KO, then Kassai. I have a feeling that I could see this being the order. If that's the case, then this is literally Kassai is 5th place, and Kassai is one of the decks with high conversion rate. I don't know if that's true. But something that, yeah, Mara pointed out here is that in the past, they used to give us a lot of information. Top 8 conversion, top 4 conversion, finalist conversion, how many times it was played. This was back, not quite Crucible Award days, Monarch RTN season. They gave us a lot of data. And now I think they pulled that back a little bit. Mainly because I think that's they don't really want that data out there, because that can obviously affect things. Like imagine if you saw, hey, Gravy has a the highest win share, but his conversion rate was crap. Now that has happened before. Let me try to think of an example. Prism from Monarch RTN season, the very first RTN season back in 2021, Prism was played a lot and her conversion rate was really, really bad. And I remember people talking about that. I remember the podcast mentioning that. And that was just something, and people always saying, yeah, Prism's really popular, but she's not that good. And then what happened? Tyler Horspool won one of the I think he won the first calling. I believe that the Las Vegas calling was after the first RTN season. Maybe you boomers can help me out here. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Tyler Horspool won with Prism, and then that whole mentality changed there. So they used to release a lot of the context for these numbers, but they don't. Okay, but basically, Brian says that only one of these decks is in the top 5 for conversion rate. So I have a theory what the top 5 decks in terms of conversion rate are. So we know it's one of these 5: Gravy, Mario, Kassai, Verdance, or KO. My guess is that it's Kassai, only because he listed that Kassai as 5th. I also think Kassai is a decent hero right now, so I think Kassai has a high conversion rate. I think Dio also has a very, very high conversion rate, especially if we're talking about conversion rate into top 8. A well-piloted Dio can do very, very well against all these heroes here. Has all the tools that they need. Florian is also one of those heroes that is just, yeah, sure, he lost Rootbound Carapace, but the Florians have adapted. And I think Florian's also a very good pick. So Kassai, Dio, Florian. And then I actually think it's Fang. I don't think there were a lot of Fangs, but I think the ones that did play him, I mean, it was a very, very good pick for week 1 because, like I said before, you're good. All dual wield warriors, and warriors are good into Gravy. You have certain hate cards for Mario. You just do what Kassai does, but you do it better. This is a bad matchup. This is kind of iffy. You're great into Florian. Depending on your build, you're also okay into Huntsman. Also, you have the tech cards that hate on him. Jarl can be kind of annoying, but again, if I think what we're going to do today, we're going to build a version that's a little bit more resilient against fatigue, because I think fatigue is on the up and up a little bit. So what do I mean by anti-fatigue? That means probably involving the Fire and Brimstone Sharpened Senses combo. Could be things like Perforate is also very good against fatigue. Okay, so Kassai, Dio, Florian, Fang, and then I think it's probably Acilio. Reason being, Acilio is so difficult to play that the people that took him did well, converted into top 8. So if I had to guess what 5 heroes Brian is talking about here, the top 5 conversion rate, which normally there's a correlation between meta share, top 8, and classic and winning the event. There's normally a strong correlation, but here he's saying that there isn't, which is pretty crazy, actually. Okay. Let's catch up with chat a little bit, then let's build some decks. Any other things to talk about here? No, not really. All right, let's catch up with chat a little bit. All right, I'm going to end this poll here. 25% of you are are looking for trouble here. Let's see. It was good to see you Saturday. Congrats on your gem pack pull. Yeah, I got to. Yeah, I opened a Prism, the Marvel from my participation pack, which was pretty cool. Is there a world where Fang runs Flame Scale? I think Grains is just too good. But yeah, Mara started on Flame Scale. Of course she did. You can do some really neat tricks with Flame Call Awakening. Oh yeah. Vigor tokens are just too good. You can also Vigor tokens basically enable your next turn when you're not turned on to be fine, no matter the texture of your hand. Like if you draw 4 reds but you have a Vigor token, that's like you drew a yellow, so it's okay. We had an Acilio win, and then next day's RTN they made the finals again. I mean, Acilio's a good hero if you know how to play him. He's just like considered, I think literally on the LSS website, literally listed as the most complicated and difficult hero to play. And I believe them. Hope you had a great holiday season. Yep. Took your world story list to 1 RTN. Okay. Started hot, but then fell short. 65-person RTN. That's huge. Yo, the RTNs this season have been very, 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 very large. Now, let's be fair. I think it's partly because there's fewer RTNs. Okay? Is it just me, or are there fewer RTNs this season? I'm I feel like there's less. There's only 2 in Alabama and like 4 or 5 in Georgia. So I'm like, I feel like there were more ProQuests than there are RTNs, which is weird. But I guess the thinking is that okay, there's 4 times more invites going out, and there's an XP system now for qualifying for Nats, so they don't need as many Nats. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I'm not exactly sure. My RTN is this Saturday, and I'm bringing Fang. I'm heavily considering bringing Fang this weekend, but I'm a little rusty on Fang, so I might, just play Dory. We'll see. Every single T4 where Syndrome made top 8 was like that. Joe, my conversion rates were always a huge meme for ages. I don't really remember much about that. You're gonna have to tell me a little bit about Joe, my conversion rates. And yeah, Horsepool won Vegas on Tank Prism and really changed the archetype. Yep. My quarterfinals match was a Kassai mirror. Yeah, Kassai can definitely make top 8. If you don't run into... I'll tell you guys the story of my RTN. So, I was like, you know what? I had a pretty standard Kassai list, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should put in some route. Because I noticed that if you're not running Crown of Dominion, you don't generate enough gold with Riches of Tropeldani to raise an army for a large enough number to kill the Fatigue Guardians or Fatigue decks in general. And I was like, maybe I should put 2 route in. And then eventually I was like, nah, forget it. I'll just run this list as it is, whatever. This list is tried and true. It's a version of Shoma's list. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll just run it like this. And then the next step I was thinking was like, do I need Jagged Edge? Nah, there should be enough KO that the prisms aren't going to show up. I don't need Jagged Edge. I'll run In the Swing and Iron Song Response. And I get punished so hard for those 2 decisions. Round 1, I play against Fatigue Guardian, and I can't raise an army for large enough. And then I win my next round. And then round 3, I play against a Prism without Jagged Edge, without poppers. I mean, I have Nourishing Emptiness, but that's not really a popper. And then I played against Hatchet Kassai in round 5. So I had a very bad weekend with Kassai. I went 2-3 with Kassai, which is really, really bad performance. But I think Gem kind of screwed me on a lot of those there. I do think Dio feels kind of terrible into the meta. Interesting. She doesn't want to see a lot of the decks with that many D-reacts. Kassai is also miserable. Yeah, Kassai into Dio feels very acceptable. I've played that matchup a few times. You just have 9 4 blocks. You have dynamos. You basically send a Spoils of War with a Blade Flurry, and then you turn on all your blood on her hands. Also, they have to use their armor pretty early to prevent you from just attacking Blood Follows Blade dude into a sword. So, yeah. Reinhardt against Fatigue. Yeah, Reinhardt I think is also very good. Reinhardt and Florian are basically the 2. Reinhardt, Florian, and Gravy are the 3 counters in the current metagame against Fatigue. Technically Acilio as well, but that's a very, very intricate dance there. I do not like Acilio. It seems like I always need them to not have it for 1 turn and they have it. Yeah, that can happen. Acilio's hit or miss. It's crazy. Here in Brazil, we got 125 person RTN. Holy shit, that is huge. Hopefully the RTNs. I think if you could get 125 person RTNs, they should give you one of those double RTNs. I believe this season they're doing like if you're a really big store with a proven track record, they are sometimes giving you an RTN on Saturday and Sunday. I think there was one in Canada that was like that this weekend. I'm not entirely sure. There aren't any around me that are like that. 60-man local RTN was sick to go. Nice. I feel like less stores around us had RTNs. I also feel like that as well. 2 here in Utah. Is Utah and Alabama about the same population? Because we only have 2 here. RTN number increased globally. Really? 1000% there has to be less RTNs. It definitely feels like there's less RTNs. Okay. 2 in Southern Virginia. I think 4 to 5 in the DMV area. Okay. 2 in New Mexico. That's a 100% increase from previous seasons. Okay, let's go. Brian Go tweeted out RTN numbers per year, and there are more this year than previous years. Okay. So you mean the number of participants or the number of events? Because I think the number of participants is higher, and the number of participants per event is higher, but that's partly because the RTN count is lower. You know? Let's see. That hot chick Kassai list. I know that list way too well. Yeah. I wonder why. I used to have an RTN within a 2 to 4 hour drive every day of the season, and this season, half the days there are no RTNs within 5 to 6 hours, and only one the whole season under 3.5 hours at all. Where in the world do you live? That your art? I live in kind of the booties, and I have RTNs that aren't that far. If we're talking the joke of a counter to fatigue, just play Katsu. I mean, if you think your meta game is going to be a bunch of fatigue decks, you probably should be playing. I mean, Florian would be fine. Gravy would be fine as long as you know how to play without a compass. If you're playing as Jarl. Congrats, you caught up. Yeah. I'm trying to read chat. I live in a smaller state in Brazil, and my RTNs are like 30 to 40 people. Okay. And we travel and go everywhere since there's so many so close. Okay. That's great to hear. Great to hear. Also from Alabama and having only 2 in the state as well. Yeah, there's one in Jasper, one in Huntsville next week. Which is actually interesting. I was like, do I go to Battle Hardened Atlanta or do I go to Huntsville? I don't know. I still haven't decided. I think there's more RTNs, but they're spread out and probably less in the US in total. Yeah, that could be the case. There's less in the US, more in other countries. I'm thankful I'm in New Jersey for the season. Okay, nice. This is my first RTN season, and I get 3 in Houston. I'm excited. All right, good luck at your 3 RTNs. Big chillings. Hopefully Gravy gets me there this Saturday. I mean, Gravy's in a good position right now. How bad or good is the Fang matchup against Jarl and KO? Well, I'd love to answer your question, but I am not in practice with this hero. From my previous experience against Jarl, that was a somewhat annoying matchup if you lost one of your equipment pieces. So what that meant was, well, basically, if you ever had an exposed armor slot, a lot of lines started unlocking. Like Blizzard would shut your whole turn down. The Jarls, they'd play an ice card. They'd give you a frostbite. It just really messed things up. So as long as you could keep your armor from like blowing up and you didn't actually block with your armor, I think you were okay. You kind of had to play really aggressively in that matchup. You couldn't really block much, which was just naturally how it had to be. Against KO, I have not played Fang against the new Super Slam KO, so I'm not sure. My guess is that that is kind of tough because uh, you have to play around Scowling Fleshbag, which means you have to keep at least 2 cards, generally. 3 cards before you're turned on. So I feel like that's just... it's tough because the KO can kind of just go from the start. Global RTN count this year is 572. Last year it was 523. Okay, great to have some numbers there. Central Pennsylvania, the only armory less than 2 hours away is the one I started, but Philly, Pittsburgh, and the DMV are... Oh, okay. Yeah. If you're in the middle of Pennsylvania, then you're pretty far away from, Philly, Pittsburgh. Yeah, it makes sense. Bastion of Unity is gorgeous, such a waste of... Yeah, you guys have been looking at the screen for a while. This is a very, very beautiful card. Unfortunately, it's like strictly worse than the Guardian Shields. I don't know what we're doing here. I didn't play in the RTN Saturday, though. I support those who did. I don't like paying to get my face kicked in. Yeah, it could be tough. But I mean, if you want to start your competitive fab journey, RTN is the most casual competitive event that exists. It goes like RTNs, ProQuests, Battle Hardens, which are becoming something different, and then Callings, and it kind of works its way up. RTNs are actually really chill. Like, the last like 5 seasons, often I would just like concede so people could go to Nats, or I'd joke around and play Olympia, stuff like that. Let's see. I'd rather do the Battle Harden than go to Huntsville at all. Fair enough. I'm leaning towards going to Huntsville because I don't have an RTN invite yet. Fang versus Jarl is weirdly kind of favored if it's Fatigue Jarl. He has no pressure and can't stop you from getting online. Yeah, so basically how it goes is like you attack for 1, they block for 3, you attack, react up to 4, and then the Jarl has to be like, do I use my sink below for 1 value? And then they probably do. And then you're like, okay, now I attack for 1, they block for 3. And basically you're gonna get online eventually, so. And once you're online, you just get to keep your whole hand. Like, what's he gonna do? Titan's Fist you to death? Just never block with armor ever. Yeah, exactly. I think Jarl's running an aggro ice list and taking Millers now, right? I've seen so many different types of Jarl lists. I have no idea what is meta. Fang versus OG Cario is just kind of a race. Don't get blown up by Scowling. Yeah. If Jarl's on aggro ice, the matchup is a lot tougher for Fang. That is true. However, I think if you're going to play an aggro Guardian, why aren't you just playing Victor or Valda? So I think if you see a Jarl, it's fairly safe to assume that they're on fatigue. I played a fatigue Jarl this weekend. I'll see. Yep. Still salty. I missed out on my top 8 on Sunday because of a draw. What happened? You mean you weren't able to get top 8 because you drew one of your first 4 rounds or 5 rounds? Arctic Incarceration is a no bueno. Yeah, that's why we got to run some blues. You ready for Pen giving you a Draconic Red React that blocks 3, costs 0, and does 1 thing, mark on play? That sounds exactly like Pledge Fealty, kind of, almost. But it worse. I guess it blocks, technically. Free Icelander? Oh, no. We are not going to free Icelander anytime soon. Although I did like playing against Icelander. I have enough PTSD from playing Bolton back then. All right, let's throw together a list here. So let's just start with like the cards that the community can generally agree on. So in terms of equipment, I think it's pretty standard. You just run this, and then you run balance or balance Kabuto and Providence. Generally, you don't have enough. You may not have enough room to run everything, but we'll keep it like that for now. Some people run no rune, some people don't. I don't know. I guess we'll keep it with no null rune right now. Affirm loyalty. I think most people are definitely running 3 of this. Obviously, it costs 0. It's really good. Blade Flurry. 0 for 4 is good. 0 for 5 with Gogan is even better. Now, it does require you to get some fealty out, but if you don't have extra fealty around, you just block with it. Blistering Blade. This is kind of the common attack react that we're actually using. I think they printed 6 or 7, maybe even 8 Draconic Warrior attack reactions at common and rare. Might be just common for the draft format, and a lot of them just aren't used. Like, for example, this. Like, 1 cost. Ew. No. We don't want to play 1 cost stuff. Cut from the same cloth. Very good in this metagame, but it is a sideboard card. Den of the Spider. A consideration. May not make it. Good old Diced, aka Worst Blade Flurry. I liked this card in Limited. It was good. Dear Devotion, I think, is good, but you never want to draw 2 of these at the same time. So I've been on 2 personally. Escalate Bloodshed. Oh boy. Oh, for those of you guys who gave me an Escalate Bloodshed, I have like 70 or 80 of them now. So yeah, thank you to all the guys and gals that gave me Escalate Bloodshed. Fire and Brimstone obviously going to be there. This is a very, very important card for not dying to fatigue. Hunt's End, very good. Jagged Edge. Ironically, even though this came out in Hunted, I actually don't think Fang needs this because he's a dual-wield warrior that has a lot of attack reacts, so it's hard for Prism to block out properly. And, I mean, yeah, sure, the Earth Heroes have some prevention, Kassai has some prevention, but I don't think Fang really needs it. Long Whisker Loyalty, obviously a very, very good card. We're going to play that. Savor Bloodshed. Although we can't use this as well as the Assassins, this is still very, very good. Drawing cards, I heard, is good. Scar Tissue, a staple of Fang decks for quite a while. Most people play the reds. I think about half of people like reds and yellows as well. We can take a look at that. Searing Gaze, this is the other common attack react that is good enough. Blistering Blade, Searing Gaze, these are the ones you always pull from your binder to play. Sworn Vengeance. This is a card that I've been kind of going back and forth on. I think, Mara, you like this card quite a bit. I haven't played with this in quite a while. This is like back in like February, March. I was playing with this card, but yeah, we might need to play around with Sworn Vengeance a little bit. Having extra ways to mark seems pretty good. Also, this isn't a 0 for 4, but still pretty good. kind of vibing with Sworn Vengeance. Yeah, I mean it's it's got that look to it. Two of Sworn Vengeance. I could get behind Two of Sworn Vengeance. Like this is not a card that's bad after you're turned on, but it's not great after you're turned on. But we'll go. We'll be on team Two Sworn Vengeance for now. Now another card that people have been looking at is Twist and Turn. I found this so hard to use. This card is so hard to use because you need this card and then you need 2 attack reacts. Which like this feels like a win more card. If you're winning, then you're gonna win more with this card. So Sworn Vengeance is very mid, but keeping your mark density as high as possible is really important. So Sworn Vengeance is a 3 of it on your list. Ah, okay. Worth mentioning too that Sworn, along with cards like Twist and Turn, are great at turning on Blaze Headlong and getting you a free Dracon. Ooh, oh yeah, that is very important. So my stupid warrior brain that doesn't play other classes, I was like, wow, Blaze Headlong's really hard to use sometimes, and that's because I wasn't playing red non-attack actions. The only red non-attack action I was playing in the past was Savor Bloodshed. Turns out there's a lot of warrior non-attack action dagger cards. Who would have known? So yeah, Twist and Turn. Yeah, Twist and Turn red is win more. Yellow Twist and Turn is where it's at. Interesting. Josh out here playing Blade Flurry, but trashing on Twist and Turn. I guess you're right. Yeah. You're right. Okay, so now we've come to the yellows. There was a yellow that I did want to talk about. It was a Majestic. Where's that card? Where is it? Right here. Perforate. Okay, so this is a card that I actually played this card a lot in Dagger Saber Dorinthia, and it was very, very good. This card, I'm like, there's a friend of mine, his name is Flame Dog, and he has been really, really, really liking this card. So I kind of want to try it out and see. I know that it has some power, but it's been so long since I played with this card. But he likes it. All right, I'll give it a go. We'll see. It's fine, but I have a personal vendetta on Perforate. Oh boy. I know Perforate is. I think how you're supposed to use this card is you're supposed to block with it 75% of the time, and then you use it as an anti-fatigue tool if you need it. It's very similar to Blood on Our Hands. One of the key level up moments I can give you for playing Kassai is you're supposed to be blocking with Blood on Our Hands more than you think. This is a yellow 3 block 75% of the time, 80% of the time. So you love Perforate. Perforate's only good and isn't good outside of combo. I value my Vigor tokens highly. I have to throw them away and Perforates. Oh boy. I'm just gonna try it because Flame Dog likes it, so we'll trust him. Yellow Scar Tissue. This is where we kind of have to decide whether we want our deck to be red-yellow with a little bit of blue or mostly reds and blues. We're going to put this in the maybe. This is one of those cards that really decides the structure of our deck. Sharpened Senses. This is a card that I always like to run one of. And basically, you can combine this with Fire and Brimstone in the second cycle to push over fatigue decks. Yellow Sworn Vengeance. This was Yellow Sworn Vengeance what you guys were talking about, or was it Yellow Twist? Yellow twist and turn? I think that's what you guys were talking about, that you wanted to try. Yellow truthers. Oh boy. We're missing our tax. Yes, we don't benefit from the perforates discount generally. The interesting thing is that this card, you're supposed to play it targeting the other dagger. So there's some weird things that you can get up to with this card. Also, it's a majestic. It's a majestic that was printed in the set that he came out, which means we got to take a look at it and at least give it some consideration. Yellow twist and turn is the truth. All right, let's. You know what? We'll try to build our deck a little bit more yellow focus then for you, Mara. Okay. All right, then we go to the blues. I feel like we have come to the point where we realize Glint is not a bad card, guys. All right, we'll add 2, maybe 3 Glints. And then what is the other blue that I like? What was it called? Overcrowded? Overcrowded is good. I don't know if it's 3 of good, but we'll put it there. Warmongers is also a good blue. We'll put 2 of those. Maybe. I don't know if it's a 3 of meta, but we could just put them there for now. Is there any other blue that's good? Relentless Pursuit? I'm pretty sure Mara hates Relentless Pursuit. I'm pretty sure this is like your most hated card, right? So I guess we shouldn't put this in there. Okay, we're missing the pure Draconic cards. So for the Drakai, Blaze Headlong. Blaze Headlong, normally I run this as a 2, but you know, we gotta run this as 3 or I'd play Blue Fang if I could play 9 overcrowdeds. Is Long Whisker needed? Yes, Long Whisker loyalty is it's just the best attack react other than Unsen. Ken confirmed Mara hates Relentless Pursuit. All right. We won't play Relentless Pursuit. All right, Blaze Headlong 3. You've been liking Blood, a drop of Dragon's Blood. All right, let's try this. Let's try it. It's been a while since I played that one. For the Drakai. These cards for the Emperor for the Realm did see some play a little bit. Hunt the Hunter. Now, this is the card that I've gone back and forth on. Mara, I know you really like this card. Is this like a 2 of type of card? I feel like this is it's a good card. 1 for 5 is always a nice rate, assuming that you're using the resources. Yeah. Drop is fine, but having a way to refresh Vigor once we're online to keep for free out. Yeah. That's actually a very good synergy I never thought of, is that after you're turned on and you lose your Vigor token, this allows you to get your Vigor token back to make your Overcrowded's block board. You've fallen in love with this card? All right, we'll give it a try. 3 Hunt the Hunters. All right. I see you. Okay. Is there any other pure? Okay, so we have Loyal to Beyond the Grave. That goes in the inventory. Sometimes you run 2, sometimes you run 3. I've run 2 and 3 before, so I don't know. Oath of Loyalty, obviously one of the best cards. I actually think Oath of Loyalty may not actually be a main deck card, because you don't really want to play this against Kabuto users. Maybe it's good enough either way. Parched Terrain. This was a card that apparently was supposed to save the Verdance matchup. It has not saved the Verdance matchup. I tried playing For the Realm as a popper. It kind of worked. I think if you're going to run a Pauper, you run Battlefront Bastion or Blanche. Yeah. I feel like loyalty doesn't improve win rate. Yeah. Could be. Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. Yeah. I forgot that one. Yes. Hunt to the Ends of Wraith definitely makes it in. Where is that card? Oh, right here. Oop, yeah. Turns out when you can get 4 go again mark against one of the most popular meta decks, that's good. I also think this is good enough to play against Gravy as well. All right, the $1 million question. Do we run this shitty card? Oh. This is like... So, back when Hunted came out, guys, I made a poll and I asked, is Glint the Quicksilver and Fang good? And we got nearly a 50-50 split. I'm pretty sure if I poll you guys right now, which I'm going to do, is Pledge Fealty a good card? I'm pretty sure we're going to get another 50-50. Let's see. Let's poll you guys. Let's see. Is Pledge Fealty in Fang good? Yes. No. All right. I'm pretty sure the community is split on this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 50-50. But let's find out. Pledge Fealty. 0 cost, draconic instant, doesn't block. It says create a fealty token. I'm on 3 Pledge Fealty, but I hate it. I also hate this card. Necessary Evil. I mean, is it necessary? If you want to be aggressive, maybe, but there are many ways to build Fang. Maybe a one of? I don't think people play one of Pledge Fealties. I think you either run 3 or 0. I've never seen anybody run 1 or 2, but maybe that's the new tech. I don't know. Is it good? No. Is it needed? Yes. Needed is a very strong wording there. There's not many things we need. I wouldn't play 3. I would always draw 2 every time. You need reacts, you need draconic cards, you need ways to generate fealty. It's one of the few cards that have access to all 3. But it doesn't block, Mara. What am I supposed to do when I need to block? It tilts people when you get unstoppable fealty. That is true. This is the equivalent of playing Sigil of Solace on turn 0 and starting at 43. And your opponent's like, all right. 69% of people say it's good. All right. That's close to 66%. We'll run 2 of them. All right. Any other draconic cards? We got Smoke Out, which I think is pretty... It's less good now because Syndra's not here, but still okay, I think. And then we have Tooth of the Dragon. Tooth of the Dragon's a pretty good card. Probably play 3 of. All right. I think Blaze Headlong is probably a sideboard card. Let's see here. Firm Loyalty, Blade Flurry, Blistering Blade. Drop, I also feel like, is a sideboard card. Endear Devotion. Yep, for the Jakai. Hunt the Hunter. It's been a while since I've used this card. Pledge Fealty doesn't block. Pledge fealty doesn't attack either. Pledge fealty doesn't do anything. I can't believe 67% of you guys like that card. Oh no. I think Hunt the Hunter is also... It might actually be a main deck card. We'll keep it in the main deck. I feel like you don't always need... Well, I guess this is just more damage. I guess this is good in racing and in fatigue matchups. Hudson, obviously good. Long Whisker Loyalty. Okay, I'm going to move Oath of Loyalty to the sideboard because, like I said, I don't think you play this against Kabuto users. Pledge Fealty. All right, we'll keep you here. Savor Bloodshed. Scar Tissue, Searing Gaze. Yep. Seems fine. Okay. All right. Warmonger's probably goes to the inventory as well. All right. Sure. 52. I could see this. I could see this as a good main board here. All right. We got the workings of something good. All right, now let's figure out our sideboard here. We haven't added Sink, Fate, Shelter, those type of cards. So let's... I guess we add the Sinks and Shelters. I don't think Fate is good enough for us to run. Okay, so... Den of the Spiders, good against assassins, but I feel like against Mario, if you're blocking a lot, you're just in trouble. You have to use your life as a resource against them. I'm going to put this in the maybe board. I think Shelter, Sink, Smoke Out, Loyalty should be enough D-Reacts. This might be too many D-Reacts. Let's go down one Loyalty. And then like this. There's another card that we haven't played. Is Sigil of Solace. This card would help a bit against Verdance, I guess. This is kind of similar to Tooth of the Dragon. Like, they don't know. They might block 3 on 1 or 2, so. You're on 3, Hunt the Hunter every matchup. Okay, we'll put it in the main board then. Instead of Sworn Reds, we want blue Twists. You guys don't like Sworn Vengeance? You need to cut in tier. You can't play it on yellows. That is a good point. This is a card that is very... Remember how I said like there's 55 cards that are core, and then the other 25 determine what style of Fang you are? This is one of those 25 cards. If you're a blue heavy deck, then you could run in Deer. If you're not, then you cannot. The Fang Cope is real. Hey, you be nice, sir. Marking on React is Cope. I mean, is that all you got? Is that a... I mean, that's a decent card, but what are we playing that all you get against? Mario Kassai? Might as well run 9 D-Reacts. We have more than 9 D-Reacts. What are you talking about? We have 11 right now. We have Sink, Shelter, Smoke Out, Loyalty. Relentless Pursuit is a good card to trigger Savor. I mean, we're just going to mark them with... This deck has more mark than normal. Because we have Hunt the Hunter, and we also have Sworn Vengeance. So the marking potential of the deck is a little bit higher. You like 3 Sworn? All right, well, let's go find the 3rd Sworn. I don't think we have enough slots. We got to figure out how we're going to cut this down. Hey, Chad, if we tell them to run the bad cards, we don't have to play against the good ones. Oh, no, this is not a giant psyop. Come on. Okay, let's let's cut this down to 2 helmets. I'm going to get rid of Crown of Providence. We're going to play a little bit leaner. Do we even run Null Rune? Do we run Null Rune, guys? I feel like with 12 resource cards, we just kind of say screw it. I think we don't. Yellow Fang is better post-online. Blue Fang is better pre-online. Well, Yellow Fang just needs to get online faster. That's all I'm hearing. All right, you know what? We're going to be brave. We're not going to run Null Rune. Auxilia is a thing for real. Null Rune isn't going to save us against Null Rune. We can't even pay for it. Yeah. You're losing if you're pitching to AB. All right, cool. So we're just going to run these 7 then. And our only choice is whether we run Balance or Kabuto. All right, cool. Done. 51 main deck. So we need 7 plus 51, 58. So we have 22. So currently we have 31. This needs to be 22 when we're done. All right, let's start cutting things. I don't think we need 3 Warmongers. Maybe 2 is enough. I actually don't know where to cut 8 more cards here. I like all these cards. Maybe Sigil is like... I don't know. What do you guys think about Sigil Solace? Yellow Fang does need to get online faster. That's why it runs a higher mark count density. Yep. Gravy's a deck with 30 blues that does not run AB into Cilio. Yep. On second thought, Kano's gone, so you don't need the... I mean, if you saw Kano as Fang, you were just, yeah. Smokeout is never getting played. This might be an old-fashioned card. You're right. Syndra's gone. Like, what are you doing? Playing this against Brute? All right. Smokeout, you go to the maybe board. Sigil, you go to the maybe board. All right, what are we at? 24, so we're at 82 right now. All right, 2 more cards to cut. Take Blaze Headlong out. How many red fronts do you have? Not that many, actually. Maybe we'll go down to 2 Blaze Headlongs. We have Sworn Vengeance. We have Pledge Fealty. Tooth of the Dragon. Savor Bloodshed. You can also play Blaze Headlong in the middle. Sharpened Senses is not too good. I've always liked this card with Fire and Brimstone. Let me think about this. So this basically says the daggers become... I mean, this gives go again to the daggers. So this gives go again and 4 damage when played with this. Eh. It's a 0 for 4 at yellow with go. Okay, fine. Maybe this is an old school card. Okay, we need to cut 1 card. Oh, no, we don't. We're at 80. Sweet. How did we get there? We cut Sharpened Senses, and then we cut... I don't know. Somehow we got to here. I wasn't paying attention how we got... I thought we were at 82. Okay, I mean, sure. LSS lets us name our decks now in Gem. Quite the risk. Let's post this here. I cut Crown of Providence. Oh, okay, that's where we got the other slot. Okay, I posted the deck list there. Okay, all right. This looks like a Fang list. A more aggressively leaning one that's kind of balanced in its yellows and blues. I think the magic number when you add the yellow and blue together should be 12 to 15. This is a little bit lower than I normally go. All right. Now let's build a real deck of Decimator Dory. No. We're not going to unleash that into the world. Let's not be jackasses. All right. Katsu. Oh God. I guess we'll go first. Because there's a chance we draw a lot of no blocks. More chance that Kabuto gets value. All right. I think Oath is good against Katsu. I also think the D-Reacts are decent against Katsu. And Warmongers is obviously bad. I don't think the game's going to go long enough for this. These are 2 blocks. These are irrelevant 2 blocks. Blaze is okay, but I'd rather run a clean 60, I think. I hope Katsu does not dishonor my cow. That would be very, very sad. This is one of those heroes, like I said, I'm very, very out of practice against. Not just out of practice against. I have a mental block against this hero. I think I just don't understand this hero that well. This hero and Mario, I've always like kind of grimace when I have to play against him. All right, okay. All right, guys, don't yell at me if I suck, because it's been a while since I've played Fang, okay? Okay. Well, I think we play Sworn Vengeance, swing this, pitching the Sworn Vengeance. If he doesn't block enough, we hit him with this. Arsenal this. Seems fine. The other play is don't give him a chance to filter, just play the Pledge Fealty Arsenal. Do you not run balance into this? I mean, is he going to draw 2 cards? I hope he doesn't draw 2 cards. Where are you actually playing Warmongers? Gravy, Kassai, Dio, Mario? So if he doesn't block 7 here, we play this. We get our mark. Oh, he has Flick Flick. All right, so we were never hitting. Unfortunate. All right, so we'll just Arsenal the Pledge Fealty. I kind of go from there. All right, so Surging Strike. Pitching a Descendant. All right, so what are we doing with this hand? We don't have a resource card. This kind of sucks. We might be able to sink into one. Not a very high chance, but it is a chance. I think we just let this hit. Kind of see what else is coming. All right. Are you going to discard Takatsu? Let's find out. He is. He discarded Be Like Water, grabbed Bonds. Oh, he had the natural combo. Wonderful. Okay, so Descendant into Bonds. Bonds gets to grab Dishonor? Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we need to block one of these chain links and the final chain link. All right, so I guess we're just blocking this turn. Jesus. Dishonor comes in for 4, so we have 4 here. Yeah. You failed your Emperor Fang. Don't say that. All right, Bonds gets to go grab Dishonor. All right. All right, so we have 5 block. We can block. Oh, sorry, we're not attacking with our weapons. We shouldn't do that. All right, take 4. Wow. Dishonor on turn 1. That's pretty good. Hopefully I'm not missing something. Pretty sure that, yeah, this doesn't have vengeance in it. This doesn't have vengeance in it, right? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I have not read this card carefully. I thought this could only target. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Hold on. We need to go back. I'm an idiot. I am a big idiot. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. All right, I'm telling him we need to go back to here. I'm stupid, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't do what I just did. You need to read the cards carefully. Jesus, it's been so long. Okay. Okay. All right. We didn't get dishonored, guys, in this timeline. He's gonna get O'Connor wrapped. Yeah. Yeah. Because I forgot what this was. Oh god. Okay. All right. Well, 4 is bigger than 3, so we play this out. All right. Pass a turn. All right. Okay, this card's awful pre-turn on. Let's see here. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I mean, this hand doesn't function how I want it to either. I mean, technically we can have a turn that generates a Vigor token, which I guess is okay. But it's not the greatest. Let's just block. Generally, I like blocking Be Like Water because there's just so many follow-ups. Josh, dishonor on your cow. No, no dishonor on my cow, please. Now that you mention it, I've played against Scarwrap Ira. I haven't played against this style of Katsu like ever. All right, so he wanted that to hit. Okay, sure. Whenever an attack you control vengeance that is named hits, you may equip Edge of Autumn. So right now he doesn't have Edge of Autumn. Okay. All right, I guess this turn I'm just blocking because this hand doesn't look the greatest. Although he did pitch a Flick Flack. That seems good. Okay, so why did he have to pitch? What did he make Be Like Water called as? I guess we'll find out. Okay, it's this. Okay, so this is Surging Strike. He named it a Surging Strike. Okay, so then this comes in for, okay, cool. Okay, so this is an annoying card because we don't have anything that really blocks it. When are we doing the 0 to 60 Katsu episode? Hopefully soon, dude. I have a mental block against this hero. Like, I don't understand how to play against it. So we need to block 4. We don't want to let this draw. I think we just go like this, and then we just have our little turn here with these, make a bigger token. This plays around an Ancestral. Oh, no! Okay, so this is a card we need to block, right? So if this hits, he gets to equip it back. Okay, so we don't get a turn. Alright, fine. We'll block. No tricks here, right? Yeah, no. Okay, so back at the 0 to 60 episode with Ira, I remember losing your Edge Autumn was really bad. So we're gonna try to, keep him without the Edge of Autumn. All right, guys, it's turn. It's our third turn, and we still don't have fealty. I don't know if we're doing our job here. We're slacking here. It's Fang a little bit, but I guess we gotta wait. Be patient a little bit. Okay, we drew our favorite card, Perforate. All right, this is a somewhat functional hand. It's not amazing, honestly, though. Ancestral hits Descendant. Oh boy, it's just like MST all over again. All right, Heart and Cross Strap broken. So this is a big turn alert here. Josh, I want you to know it hurts my soul to watch you block so much with this deck. I think the first 2 turns we didn't have shit. So what can we do? Are we supposed to attack with a shitty hand? If you're gonna play Yellow Fang, sometimes you gotta no fear and get online. You know what, Mara? Maybe we should just get in the Discord call and you can teach me how to not block. That might be useful. I need somebody to tell me to like stop blocking. I just default back to my hatchet warrior days. All right, so this is probably a big turn from him. I mean this hand can't get online. All right, you know what? All right, fine. You can block once you're online. Okay. All right. Please, Bard, do that. Yeah. All right. We could have a call if you're available. All right. So Surging Strike, sure. Descent. You know what? I'm an idiot. They don't even have Mask of Momentum. Why was I? Oh my god. Okay, this is like the first game I've played in a while with Fang. I got to get back into things. Hold on. All right, Katsu gonna go grab something. Sure. 100 wins discarded. Bonds grabbed. Is there a dishonor here? There is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. So this is 6 into 5 into 5? Oh my god. This is so much damage. Holy shit. What am I supposed to do against this? Am I just getting high rolled or do I suck? It's very hard to understand here. I guess we're just taking this. This is vanilla damage. I mean, we can't do anything here. This is a lot of damage. I mean, Ancestral hitting oh, holy shit. Was I supposed to block the first chain link? Maybe I was supposed to. Because now he got to search for... Maybe I need to do the 0 to 60 Katsu episode. Because I really don't understand what's going on here. Oh, boy. Bonds with Bonds... Okay, so he gets to go Bonds into Dishonor. And he still has a card in hand? What the hell? I think we're just dead. This Katsu's damage output is ridiculous. Unless you have gas from the start, I do think defensive line is correct against Katsu because we lack disruption. Repeat after me. I only block cards named Dishonor. I mean, we're getting to that point. What the hell is this card? Oh, this is the new card from Super Slam. Okay. I mean, this 4 go again seems pretty good. A block 3, 4 go again with. I mean, it's getting buffed from this, but it's also yellow, so it's pretty good. But Surging Strike wasn't the last. Okay, he's just playing it. All right. You know what? We just have to keep this hand. This hand's not that great, but I mean, it doesn't block well, so we just have to take it. This is so much damage. It's actually crazy. Katsu doesn't even have to go on a quest. This is so much damage. Holy shit. Holy shit, this is a lot of damage. Dude, is Katsu good? Taylor, is Katsu good? Dude, it's turn 3. What the hell? Oh my god. This is more damage output than Phi can do. His quest is hitting you. Oh no. Well, he's doing that. Holy shit. Okay, so we have to block 6 here. Oh, no, we don't, because he doesn't have his... Yeah, he doesn't have an edge on him. So we don't have to block 6. All we have to do is block 5. But then this comes in for like a bajillion. Holy shit. I mean, Katsu is one of those heroes that, like, this is his ideal food, right? It's a non-disruptive deck that doesn't block well. This is like the ideal food for Katsu, right? I mean, I guess we... All right, you got it, bro. We'll block. Katsu was never bad. Katsu is the worst deck into any disruption deck. I can believe it. Oh my god, he drew a blue and a Surging Strike. We are screwed. Oh, we have a no block. Oh, we are so dead. I don't even know what to do here. We need to get a matchup that's like not combo aggro. Oh my god. Oh my god, double ancestral. He gets to go grab Whelming after he discards a 0 cost. Oh my god. We are dead. I thought that wasn't this printed for Ira? I guess it blocks for 2 instead of 1 like the other one. All right, retrace the past. Huh. That's pretty good. I mean, I guess we're just going to go to 1. He unironically had high rolled a... I don't know. Katsu isn't bad into Fang when Katsu's high rolling. I don't know if I got high rolled or I played defensively really poorly. I don't know. But I don't know if there's much point in playing this matchup. He's not even marked. This doesn't even do anything. It's like a 2-card 7. How did he get back his edge on him? Did he retrace the past? Oh, retrace the past became Waning Vengeance. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, I see you. I almost fatigued him. That's actually very interesting. You pointed that out. That's actually very interesting. Without Kadachi's, and if he loses his actual weapon, maybe he could get fatigued. That never even crossed my mind to try to fatigue Akatsu. Because they normally present Kodachis. I'm such a boomer, guys. I thought he was like on Kodachis with Mask of Momentum. All right, Kassai, let's see what you got. All right, we're gonna die to like 8,000. Like we just died at this, so we're just not gonna block. GG. All right, well played, Mr. Katsu. Oh my god. That's not fair. You're not supposed to get 36 value. That's not very fair, sir. All right. Yeah, note to self, don't play Fang and Katsu meta. That could be the case. All right, let's see if we could suck a little bit less. GG's, I was told it was actually you. Yeah, it was me. Well played. Holy shit. Katsu's crazy, man. Do you think that if I played very defensively, I could fatigue you? I have a lot of no blocks though, so I don't think so. But somebody pointed out in chat that like maybe because you're discarding a lot of cards and searching for a lot of cards. Well played though. Very very cool to see that deck. I haven't seen the Katsu deck in quite a while, so it's good to see. Remember, stop doing value math pre-online. Do mark math instead. Okay. I will try my best, Mara, to block less. I don't think so between the 2 blocks and no blocks. Yeah. Oh, no. Why do people... Oh, my God. It's like I tell people my phobias, and then they just send me pictures of the phobias. This is another one of those. Oh, God, I hate Mario. Can I not? I guess I have to learn how to play against this hero. I really hate playing against this hero. All right, we'll run Cut. We'll run Hunt. We'll run Loyalty. We'll run Shelter. We'll run those. I mean, Warmongers is also good against him, so maybe we just play those. But now we're at 67. What the heck? Are we just supposed to play 67 against them? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Maybe we're supposed to take out Tooth of the Dragon because we're... Huh. I don't know. No cut from the same cloth card is bad? Is it? I don't know. Let's just try it. I don't think you're supposed to be playing 67, but this deck is unrefined, so we'll just try it. We are going first. Okay. I think we just play this and then Arsenal the Shelter. Or we could Arsenal the Forther-Drakai. Because then we have the option of discarding this to prevent this. So I guess we'll do that. All right. Oh no. This is not a good hand. Oh no. All right, at least we can play on the Forther-Drakai. Just upgrade to better marks. Maybe I should just play your deck, Mara. That might just make things easier instead of trying to build my own deck. Because I haven't been playing Fang in a while. All right, so we have Hunter's Clave. I think we're just going to... I guess we're not supposed to block this. If we shelter this, he's going to flick this, right? Oh, he's flicking now. Okay, now we can do the shelter. All right, so that prevents the flick. And prevents the clave. Cool. You have an attack react? I sent you my list on Discord. If you want, sideboard should be updated. Okay, sure. We'll run your list next. Perforate is fine, Fang chat. Not when you draw two of them in a single layer. Don't do that. Oh, T-Toxin. Okay, sure. That resolves. All right, so now we can play the Sink Blue. I guess I don't really want to get marked here, if I can avoid it. All right, so floating 2 prevention now. Damage prevention plus this should block everything. Okay. Not sure why he did that, because I'm still covering it up. That was weird. All right, so we are not marked at the end of this turn, so we could play the 4 of the Kassai, Arsenal, the Perforate, hopefully draw a blue. That would be very convenient. Please don't Arsenal important cards when the witnesses exist. We had to. There was no other choice with that hand. All right, for the Kassai, unfortunately, he is not marked. For vibes, I don't know if that was for vibes. All right, Shelter covers up for the Kassai. All right. Arachne on a smaller hand, definitely less scary. All right. Hopefully we'll draw a blue. Or not. Okay. This is still an okay hand. So several ways to do this. Gonna pitch. All right. Okay. I think we're just gonna let him mark us. So play cut. Well, we will be. Maybe we don't attack twice with our daggers. We just go cut, swing, affirm for the Kassai. And then make a vigor token with the Perforate. I think that's okay. Could also go dagger, Perforate. See what we draw. Stop blocking, says Fang Chat. All right. We'll embrace the Unga Bunga Fang, okay? We're trying. All right. What do you roll into, Mario? We could also spend a fealty to... That could actually change our whole turn, depending on... Okay, Drew... Black Widow. Uh-oh. All right. We'll start with this. This will give us information on what their turn looks like. Leave no witnesses, Codex of Inertia, Scar Tissue, Savor, Bloodshed. So their turn, they're likely to play Savor. Maybe swing Scar Tissue into Leave no witnesses, something like that. All right, well, our turn always starts with this. Let's see what they do. I think going fealty into Perforate might be the best way to do this, because then we'll get it back with the affirm. But then whatever we draw, we're going to have to use to pitch. Which could be okay. We'll see. Perforate is kind of like a Timu drop. I don't know about that. They pitch Codex, play 2 reacts, and leave no witnesses. Yeah. Don't get blinded trying to swing each turn early game when you have guaranteed mark and further Drakai. Yeah, I mean, we could just affirm loyalty into for the Drakai. I think it's actually fine. We're going to make a Vigor token. Oh, Perforate makes this dagger free. That is true. That is true. I think bluffing that this is a D-react is also fine, because now it's been sitting here for 2 turns. This, I think, is okay. Oh, shit, he's not marked anymore. Holy shit, I'm out of practice. Oh my god. Okay, alright. I don't want to talk about it, guys. I don't want to talk about it. Perforate makes your neck, yeah. Yep. You're right. I should have played the... You know what? We're just gonna live with our mistakes. We're just gonna live with our mistakes. We're not gonna take it back. I'm not crying. You're crying. I don't know. You know what? Sometimes you learn by seeing other people fuck up, and then you're like, yeah, I shouldn't do that. What that guy just did, yeah, I don't want to do that. Mara, eat faster. That might be a good... Yeah, Mara, hurry up and finish eating so you can teach me how to play Fang. Okay. This hand looks great. This hand looks lovely. Unfortunately, we don't have a D-react, so we're gonna lose this. So, I mean, we can't do anything about this because they're Black Widow. So, I think we just say no blocks. You've not even started eating? Oh. All right, let's start thinking about this turn. So we're at 2 fealty. They're not marked. We have a Vigor token. So we could go Sworn Vengeance to start. And we're likely to connect on a hit. And then we have Perforate, Twisted Turn for extra attacks. We can attack a lot of times. But we don't have that many extenders in terms of, like, go-agains. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yep. Their last card was Leave No Witnesses, so we shouldn't block with this yet. Unless we want to block with this. On Leave No Witnesses. Because then if we don't, then we have to give up a card. So maybe we block here, and then the next attack we block with our armor. You do not start with Sworn Vengeance. You attack the 3rd time with Perforate being Draconic on the first dagger. What? You attack the 3rd time with Perforate being Draconic on the first. How am I supposed to get my daggers to be free if I don't mark them and... Maybe I'm missing something. You do not start with Sworn Vengeance. You attack the 3rd time with Perforate being the Draconic on the first dagger. So you want me to fealty the Perforate? Targeting the other dagger. Okay, we could try that way. Sure. Oh, I see what you mean. We don't need 3 fealty if we're doing a lot of the attacks on the... Okay, yeah, I get it. I get you. We also have a Vigor token, which is very useful here. You can Grains probably twice this turn, that means. All right, so we can break a fealty, play this, pitch this. Let's see what we draw. We'll target the other dagger. Ooh. Ooh, we got 2 sword vengeances. What? That's interesting. Huh. Interesting. Okay, we'll make a Vigor token, sure. Okay, so... So, how are we going to get this to attack 3 times if we only have 1 source of go again? So, I guess we just play one of these now. And what are we arsenaling? Probably this? I mean, we could just use everything, but I feel like saving something would be better. All right, let's just attack, see what happens. We're just probably playing the Searing Gaze and twist and turn, then swing. That's what we're likely doing. You can use Sworn on the last swing. Don't... I guess we can... Yeah, we can use Sworn on the second swing here, because this will mark if it hits. So maybe we end the turn with 2 fealty and a mark, which would be pretty good. Everybody in chat is telling me a different line. It's really, really hard to look at everything. When I play Dorinthia or Bolton, I have much, much, much higher confidence in my plays than when I play Kassai or Fang. All right, let's make another Vigor token, which is nice. Mark from the Sworn Vengeance. We could... Looks like he doesn't want to block, so we'll just play another Sworn Vengeance. And then attack again. Mark Mass says you missed a mark by breaking chain. Yeah, that's because I didn't know what I was going to draw. If I drew an attack react, I could have used everything, but I didn't. I drew another Sworn Vengeance. All right, so he's not blocking. Cool. Nope. Okay, Shelter, sure. All right, so, I mean, we have 2 Vigor going to the next turn, so it's like we're turned on. All right, so... Okay. This hand looks great. But we're 1 resource short from using this. But we can go Fire Vein Tooth. Kind of go from there. Kind of want to just jam Kabuto here. Might be wrong. So Fire Vein Tooth. Maybe Scar Tissue, depending on how they block. We either block with this or arsenal it, basically. There's no way to attack. Oh, there is a way. Okay, so we could use the Scar Tissue to pay for the Hunter if we wanted to. We can go Fire Vein, Tooth, Fire Vein, Affirm, Hunt. I guess it's okay. Mark, Math, Josh. Tooth plus Scar Tissue, Hunt the Hunter, Arsenal, Affirm. I think we Kabuto here because there's still... I just got a feeling. I just got a feeling. I don't know if it's right. Twist and turn first. Just go aggro as fuck. You only affirm if you mark him first. He's already marked right now. All right, Flick Guy's gonna flick me. Gonna mark. Okay, I'm marked. I would play Bolton, but playing Bolton right now is an uphill battle, not even including the minute. I mean, Bolton's... I love you, Bolton, but times are tough for you. Codex. Sure. All right. Looks like we're going to have to pivot to blocking with this, I think, because he's sending something super annoying at us. Our turn is still pretty good. What the heck is this? Okay. So he discarded for Codex. That's rare. Okay, so what is our turn if we do this? We go Fire Vein. Sorry, we go... We don't have enough resources, so we don't actually have to play this out. We can play this out, I guess. We can play this out, swing, Tooth, swing, Affirm. And oh, we actually would get to 3 fealty. And okay, so that actually makes sense. Okay. All right. So Fire Vein, Tooth, Fire Vein, Affirm. Maybe Scar Tissue. We'll see. We just have to go for it. We just have to go for it, boys. Fire Vein for 0. Any blocks? Sorry. We were supposed to play this out. My bad. Yeah, you're right. We were supposed to play this out. My bad. I gotta tell him sorry. Sorry. I'm a potato. Sorry. Because there's a chance we actually can go 3 wide here. Although going 3 wide when he has frailty does feel bad. Always set up for potential draw of Savor Bloodshed. Yep. If we can end with a mark, that'd be good. So right now he's Orb Weaver. This is the one that creates Calliceros. This is something that he hasn't been doing, is making Calliceros. All right, so Mask gonna roll into 6, I presume. Maybe 1. Rolls into 6. So probably grabbing Inertia Trap. Either way, we bump this by 1. So now he has to commit his D-react now. Ooh, let's refresh this. All right, pass priority here. Play your frailty or inertia trap. Trapdoor is so good against dual wield warrior. The inertia traps hurt. Frailty traps hurt. All right. Sure. You got it. You have a love-hate relationship with Fang. Love his side quest. Hate that one of my locals is a god Fang player. Okay. Okay, so this gets us to 3 fealty. Cool. We have completed our quest, boys. So if we were playing in real life, we would flip our Fang from the regular side to the Marvel side. Okay, let's arsenal the scar tissue. Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow, we are so skillful at this game. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Fire Vein, Hunsen, Fire Vein, Fire and Brimstone, Fire Vein, Blistering Blade, Fire Vein. All right, cool. So we don't need this card. We technically don't need any of those either. Now you have my permission to block. Well, I don't want to block. This hand's so good. Who cares? We can take 7. No blocks. We need Marvel daggers for Fang to flip. I mean, you gotta. So how I like to do it is when I have no fealty, I have the regular Fang. When I have 1 fealty, I have the rainbow foil. When I have 2 fealty, I use the front of the Marvel, so the cold foil version. And when I have 3 fealty, I flip that to the full art Marvel. T-Toxin. Oh, we dodged the T-Toxin. Look at us. Wow, such skill. Stains. All right, sure. Take 10. Mario's about to get blown up. Yeah, it's literally about to be the Hunt's End here. All right. Give me a card for me to block with the overcrowded, please. It just suddenly became 10. He will T-Tox you anyway. Yeah, good call there. All right. Just gonna dagger me? That's your follow-up? All right. You got it, bro. Wow, I can't even get my Dynamo's value. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, do I block this? Or do I get 3 Vigor tokens? Or do we can just block with it later? Yeah, fuck it. No blocks. We are marked. Gonna flip the Kiss of Death. Ow, sure. That hurt. Armor block ×2. I mean, technically I could have stopped this, yeah, but then I wouldn't be marked, but he's about to untransform, so I don't know. I think we're just going to play out these 4 reds and arsenal the overcrowded. There might be a world where we make vigor tokens. I don't know. All right. Fire Vein for 1. Fang is angry. You have lethal in hand. Yeah, this is a good hand to have. The only downside is that we can't generate a 4th fealty that easily. But that's okay. So we'll play this on this one. Go up to 6. Pass. We won't make a vigor. Swing. Fire and Brimstone. AKA the only draconic legendary that's, you know, that is, well, I guess there's several, but, you know, they banned Syndra's. All right, takes 3. Good. We won't make a vigor. Okay, so we can attack with the Fire Vein again. We'll go back over here. This feels like a little reminiscent of blood on our hands. A little bit here. I like how Josh physically drags the cards to the arena. Yeah, I like it. I like doing that. I like the physicality of it. I really don't like playing on Talishar. I much prefer playing IRL, so, you know, or on TTS. I like the physicality of it. All right, he blocks a little bit. All right, take this. Targeting this attack. Oh boy. That's gotta hurt. You got a D-react to cover up some damage? No. Okay. You know what? I could actually attack with this if I wanted to. If I make this one draconic, if I make the scar tissue draconic, I could attack with the overcrowded. We could have got extra 2 value if we played Fire and Brimstone on Link 1 and used Brave Forge. How do we get two value there? Because we played Fire and Brimstone on the second Link, so it was free. To be honest, you should try to win with the overcrowded. I mean, maybe. How many auras are there? There's only 1 right now. Oh, nah, he overblocked. We could send this for 2 damage, but then we would lose our fealty. Ah, fine. All right. We won't kill you with overcrowded, Marionette. Ooh. Oh boy. All right. Well, I feel like we're supposed to go down fealty here to make this draconic. I guess we technically don't have to, but he rolled into trapdoor, really? All right, you were right. We were supposed to block with this. Oh no. Oh my god. Overcrowded really wants us to play him, huh? Wait, what the hell happened? Isn't it my turn? Yeah, he blocked here. Did I click too many passes? I think I did, right? I must have clicked. Yeah, here. Yeah, you draw up, and then it's my turn. Yeah. Oops. See what I mean? I'm really a boomer, man. I can't play on these technological things. You skipped your turn, homie. Yeah, that's me being a dumbass. Okay. You know, I have like Kano brain when I play on Talish. I'm like, whose turn is it? Okay. All right. Attack. We could. I kind of feel like we're supposed to fealty the Blade Flurry, because then we kind of get it back here. Maybe. We'll see. Do not go down on fealty. I guess you're right, because we would lose a fealty. This is like getting half a fealty. I guess it makes sense. Makes sense. I haven't been playing much Fab since like after Worlds, as you might be able to tell, guys. But we're back in the swing of things now. All right, so we'll go here. We'll go here. And we'll pass. All right, inertia trap. Yeah. All right, so we are going to be attacking with overcrowded, boys. Inertia is really, really strong. All the assassin diseases are very good. All right, so I'm thinking fealty, scar tissue, overcrowded. Pitch one of the overcrowdeds into the grains, so we get at least some value from the from these cards instead of losing them all to inertia. They'll make Draconic Blade Flurry soon. Don't worry. Our opponent might just be dead here. We'll see. Needs a D-react or they are dead. By the way, if you have like the full art overcrowded, they look really, really nice. That was from the Pro Quest Yokohama season. Yay, we did it. All right. 14.5 value per turn. I don't know if that's good or bad, but seems good. Seems like a start. Seems like a start. All right, guys, we're going to play Mara's list. All right. Let's take a look at Mara's list. Okay. Standard equipment here. Blaze Headlong main board. Drop a Dragon's Blood main board. Hunt the Hunter. We didn't get to play it in either one of the games, but sure. Yellow Scar Tissue for maximum markage. Three Sworn Vengeance for maximum markage. To the Point. Just there's no way To the Point is your fourth favorite yellow card, is it? This is kind kind of a random ass card to play as your fourth yellow, but okay. One glint. Ah. Slowly coming around on this card. Sorry, two glints slowly coming around on this card. Place at a Battlefront Bastions to pop things. Makes sense. Outed. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. You know, I'll never use this card wrong. I can't block with it. So literally, there's only one way for me. I guess I could pitch it, but I won't pitch it. Okay, cool. Okay, so running 3 helmets. Okay, sure. Let's give this a go. Let's try it. Oh my god, you got buttons too? Sweet. You're the greatest. Oh no. We have no AB and are people stream sniping me with like the worst matchups ever? Oh my god. Alright, we don't need AB against Vincent, right, boys? What do we want against Vincent? They send red cards against us, like I guess this is extra marking. I'm thinking like glint and 2 smokeouts. Click leave. We shouldn't run away from matchups. Alright, I'm gonna go glint and 2 smokeouts. Let's just try it this way. Okay, alright. Actually unwinnable. I mean, we're gonna try. Just use the Jarl loadout. Alright. Alright, so Jarl loadout is 3 smokeouts. Okay, cool. And the glint. Okay, alright. Where's our equipment? Oh, here. Balance against it? Shouldn't we use Crown because they might blow up our arsenal when we... They're never drawing 2 cards, right? This matchup is terrible. Well, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Oh no, they got to go first too? They put a Malefic Incantation and banished that, made a Ring Chant. Okay, cool. This hand sucks because they're not marked. Okay, so dagger, affirm dagger, but that, I mean, I guess. Technically, we can get a fealty if we... 2 fealty turn 0? No, there's no way to get 2 fealty turn 0. One fealty. Ha ha ha. I think we're supposed to get 1 fealty and not arsenal here. Just in case they have disruption for the arsenal. Oh my god. Haunting Rendition. No. Alright. We have 1 fealty. Sweet. Pass the turn. They have face Purg as well. Ugh. That's not good. This is not a good hand. So we play Hunt the Hunter to keep our fealty. I guess that's what we're doing. All right, we take all the rune chants. Ow. Rune Chance eat this deck alive. Oh, I know that. Okay, we can block 6, and then we can just play a 2-card 5. Not Value Town, but it is what it is. Neither of these pumps work on Hunt the Hunter. I mean, okay, you're right. That was actually more damage. You're right. If I had played Saver and Cut, that'd be more damage. There's a chance he has a direct as well. Yeah. Yeah. We're just playing this to maintain our fealty. Yeah, I get you. I'm basically playing this as like a for the Drakai. You can think of it that way. I think I was supposed to. I think I was supposed to play the dagger buffs there. Yeah. Yeah, it's about marking and getting online, not the value. Fang math is different than other math. Well, there's a Succumb gone. That's good. Okay. There's that arsenal destruction I was talking about. Okay. I guess we go Oath into Arsenal, probably. Could just block with these as well. It's also fine. Arseling this is also fine. Alright, we'll just go like this. I think we just play this, attack here, make a bigger token. I think is fine. Technically, we didn't need to play that. Oh my god. Technically, I definitely shouldn't have played that because you can't play this. I was thinking, oh, I want to preserve my chain links, but there's no need to preserve chain links here. Fang is really unlike other warriors because your decisions have more obvious ripple effects. Yes, there's a clear this happened, therefore that happened. All right, so we're going to lose a card, which is fine. Just arsenal this. This matchup does seem kind of difficult, now that you mention it. I've never read Oath of Loyalty in my life. You're right. I'm actually glad he faced Perk there, because if he didn't, we would have had to burn the fealty to play out the whole hand. Hey, we drew a pledge fealty. Nice. Okay, so I mean, we don't have a Vigor token, so that's kind of unfortunate. But this hand does get to send a decent amount of damage. All right. I kind of want to dig for a better card. So we can go Sworn, Blaze Headlong, Swing. If they don't block, we can... No, he's not marked now. Never mind. I kind of want to just dig for a better card here. I don't think we need the Tooth here, because we have an instant already. Can also like Sworn, Swing, and then go Blaze. It's also fine. I kind of want to... I just want a resource card from... Leaning towards sinking this. Yeah. Oh, no. No! That is the opposite of what we want. Oh, my God. That is the opposite of what we want. Oh, no. Our pledge fealty was one more down. Okay, so... All right, so Sworn. Good news, they have a resource card. Yeah. I love pitching Hunt's End, said nobody. Might get armor here. No, we didn't. Interesting. Okay, so that's actually very good, because if this Blaze Headlong hits, we get to swing again for free. Sweet. Value. You've been farmed by Fatigue Fang. Oh no. DGA Fatigue Fang. If you played this game a bit different, you might have been able to swing the Hunt's End. Definitely. There's so many mistakes. Okay. Good sink below there. All right, sir. You can keep me off 3 fealty for now. Oh my God, we really need to get him. We really needed to get 3 fealty. Oh my God. Okay, so we're basically just not blocking with this hand. Yep. You got it. We'll take 7. All right, we're gonna get online, boys. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen this turn. Interesting. I think we actually go additional attack here. If they print smoke out that makes a fealty, yeah, that would be really good. We really need this to hit. Holy shit, we need this to hit. Thank God that hit. Oh my God. All right. We now have 3 fealty. Let's go. And we have a Huntsman in hand. And we have a dagger that can attack twice. It's time to get our value. If you buffed your power, you would have already got your fealty. But I wanted to attack 3 times. I wanted to triple hit. It's in my, hatchet Dory nature. Although, to be fair, this is just 1 value. The +2 buff of power would have been more value. I don't know if 16 life is enough runway to do anything here. Like, we died to 16 arcane because we don't have sigil. Okay. Well, this hand plays itself. This is the type of hand Mara likes. 4 go again, 4 go again, 4 go again. Not 4 go again, but still good enough. All right, we're going to start block with our armor so we can preserve life. All right, block. It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to punch him with 4 head jabs. Affirm Lordy is 4 go again. You're right, it is 4 go again. That's true. And we get an extra 1 at the end. Let's go. Galaxia, Deathly Delight, Widespread Annihilation, Deathly Wail. Sure. Whee! I think technically we were supposed to... Well, I guess we can go double Blaze Headlong. I think technically you're supposed to go Blaze Headlong, Fire Vein, Blaze Headlong, Fire Vein, but... 17 with the free dagger? Let's go. It's 4 Rebels? Yeah, that's illegal to play 4 Rebels. $18 with Dynamos. Let's go. All right, we'll do the correct play. We're supposed to swing the Fire Vein, then Affirm, then Blaze, then Dagger. This isn't enough damage to really threaten lethal, but we're working on it. We're working on it. We also have an extra fealty to spare, so we can burn that into Blade Flurry or whatever. Oh, look at that. We have 2 extra fealty. Let's go. What did it cost? It cost us like 25 life. Got another Haunting Rendition. To be honest, I think we hold Blaze. You might be right. You might be right. Their hand is Widespread and Sonata. Yeah, you might be right. I think we're supposed to hold the Blaze Hedgehog. Her list is aggro as fuck. Yeah. This list is way more aggressive than the list that I made. I mean, they have 2 rune chants, but they could get this. Widespread Annihilation is just banished from hand, right? Okay. So yeah, Blaze Headlong is safe in our arsenal. So they're probably going to Quill Hand, if I had to guess. Did you know the sky is blue? The sky is blue. All right, let's tuck this Blaze Headlong in arsenal and pass the turn. Okay. Yep, Quill Hand. And then throw this. Oh, I guess they're going to go search for another. Oh, no. Okay, they're going with Cussing. Okay. Ow. Stop throwing rune chants at me. All right, so we take all the rune chants. What are we at now? All right, we're at 7. We're going to have to banish a card from our hand. So let's say we banish this. So we can go Oath, Blaze, this. Yeah, it's decent. They have 4 rune chants. They're going to have 5 when... Am I supposed to... There's no world where I give him 2 cards here, right? I don't know. I think we just have to do this. They want to match how much cussing you've been doing, Josh? I don't know. I've been getting some bad matchups and I've been playing like a potato, so, you know. Okay, so... Combat chain closes. We'll banish that. We're down to 6, which means we're basically at 2, but basically at 1. 1 is not 0, though. I'm dead, just being dead ass. Yeah, almost certainly. But we'll try our best. Now draw Sigil. I don't think Mara's list has Sigil. We don't have enough runway. There's like 1,000 ways for us to die here. Banish Deathly Will. Oh, yep, they dirge this, then we die. GG. 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 Well, you were right. This is a very bad matchup. I think we got online a little bit too late. I see 0 ways you outvalue the VIN. Yeah, if you don't have AB, a lot of lines open up for Vincent. So it is what it is. All right, let's try Mara's list again. I did tell you to click leave. Hey, you can't just play from advantageous positions all the time, okay? All right, so this is what Mara wants us to do with Dio. So let's do it. This matchup is basically like Syndra, so another very tough one. All right, BIOS update. Outpace. With the natty banish of Teclopounder. Oh my god. All right. You got it, bro. At least we start with a mark. But they start with 6 damage and a gunshot, so... If I play out this... He's going to shoot me, yep. At least it only does 1 damage, so... Interesting no Achilles accelerators from our opponent. This is a very strong combo, though. This is a lot of armor, actually. This is I presume the dash is just going to be jamming this the next 3 turns. Okay, we could go Oath into Hunt the Hunter. I guess that's fine. Holy shit, we could get online turn 1 if everything lines up. Oh no, not quite. Oh no, yeah, we could actually. Huh. Look at that. We got 2 fealty on turn 1. Let's go. All right. We could literally be turned on if they let this hit. Hold on. What? What? Gonna galvanize the golden clog, block for 5. Yeah. All right. That's fine. Be that way, Dio. All right. Well, this hand gets online, so we're good. Step on gas. Don't take the foot off. Yep, that's what we're gonna have to do. All right. So our turn is Dagger Tooth. There's no clean way to swing this. Technically, we don't need one of these cards, but we can wait to block later. I mean, technically, we should just keep our hand. Yeah. Pen script from the top. All right. +1 to mech attacks. Ow. Now what? Pulse Wave. Gotta show him 2 cards. Choose an action card. Well, we'll just show him the card that has 3 block and no block. So he can't take either one of these. If we could get an extra fealty, maybe we can go 3 wide. Maybe. We'll see. Yep. No blocks. Gimme. Let's go. Gimme the damage. Soup Up. Oh boy, that's an old school card. All right. Fire Vein Pitch. Almost certainly they're going to block with their heart here. Or crown, depending on... Okay. Interesting. All right. Yes. Okay, so now we can go Fire Vein, Scar Tissue into Hunt the Hunter, which is pretty cool. If you have 3 fealty, when you swing your second weapon, you can actually go down and then come back up. So that's a pretty cool turn, I'm not gonna lie. This is a sweet turn. Exodia Obliterate. That's basically what's happening here. And we have 2 fealty going into the next turn. Oh shit, sorry, we weren't supposed to make a fealty. Oops. My hatchet brain forgot. This is a lot of damage. Why are Fang games so, like, different? Some games you run hot, some games you just get run over. I don't know. There's a lot of volatility. This is you know how like Verdance players complain that they don't get online fast enough some games, and Florian players, like, sometimes I get online before the root bound ban. They were like, oh, sometimes I get online turn 3, sometimes I get online turn 9. Oh, that's very similar to Fang. Sometimes you get turned on turn 2, sometimes you get turned on turn 8. Like, I don't know. Just stop blocking. I mean, that helps. All right, let's see here. We have a Vigor and 4 fealty, so Glint's online here, but unlikely to get reprised. I mean, this hand converts fine. We can just take 8, maybe. Not super attached to any of these cards, though. They give more value on offense and defense, so, you know. We haven't seen a Boom Grenade from the top, so there's a chance that it's there. This guy is fat stacked like 60-something cards, I think. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to block a little bit here, and then just in case there's a Boom Grenade coming. Glint never gets value when Dio's this high life, so. Ew. That's annoying. All right, well, that's fine, I guess. No floating, so less worried about an item from the top. All right, so they're going to get a full 5-card hand. Let's see what they can do with it. I still haven't seen a Spark yet, or a Boom Grenade, or a Max V, so yeah. All right, so yeah, like I said, they're gonna get a 5-card turn. Okay, so we're just going to put this in Arsenal. We might just block out next turn, just play this back. Try to extend the game a little bit so we get a little bit more value from free daggers and dynamos. We also have a Vigor token, which does unlock some lines if we draw 1 cost. Okay. All right, they played a Boom Grenade from hand. Cranking it to get their action point back. Played Fast and Furious, banished Heist. Almost impossible for us to block out this turn, but we can make it a little bit harder for them. I mean, our turn is dagger, fealty, dagger. I mean, they're not marked. It's not easy for us to get a mark off. Technically, this is extra damage on offense rather than defense, so we'll block with that last, I guess. Oh, we have a Vigor token. Technically, we can go dagger, dagger, hunt. I don't think there's any way we get out of this turn. Could just jam the fridge. But then we are susceptible to all the breakpoints. Just to start with like this. This is like the balanced defensive approach. Your turn is much better without that awful Pledge Fealty. Yeah. I mean, this card is worth 2 into 1 into reset. You have to demand them to have it. I think they do have it. You banish a Spark. Ooh. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have it. If we can prevent the Boom Grenade from going off, this is huge. No! Ah. If this is a 3-block, we'd be fine. They haven't drawn 2 cards this turn. So okay, all right. Well, we just take 10 and then attack back. Ow. I guess technically we could have died if that was another one from the top. How annoying. They still have armor. This is not good. Proclaim Vengeance would have been better here. You're not wrong. They don't die to any card in my deck, so they're not going to block. Proclaim Vengeance. Oh boy. Quite the card. Okay, Boom Grenade from the top, or from hand. No, from the top, sorry. Zipper Hit. No pen script. So we're good. They already used it here, Lydia. All right, how many cards can you get from me with 2 cards? Oh no, a lot of cards now. Oh no, that's really bad. That's really bad. They have 2 action points as well. Ugh. That is a lot of cards when we're at 1. Can't believe that's a Draconic Red hand that are all 3 blocks. I can believe it. Okay, Heart. Oh no. Oh no. We're just dead. We're just dead. We're just dead. We are just dead. 2 card block here, and then he shoots a gun twice. We just die. But we'll let him play it out. Outpace, good card when you're at 1. And you don't have a D-React. This game we got online turn 2 and we still lost. I don't know what to say. I mean, turn 1 Tekla Pounder, I guess, is what'll do it. Dio is one of those decks that could just go. Like, this is actually a video idea I've been thinking about making for a while. Is like, there's been a trend towards decks that have to go on a quest. Like, basically, there's like an axis for going on a quest, and there's an axis for consistency. And then all the heroes in the game can be put in one of those 4 categories. Dio too fast. Yeah, Dio's crazy. 20 value per turn. They didn't even see a max V that game. I mean, their armor blocked an important point there. I don't know. Dio, good deck. When you could just go. If I wanted to quest in my TCG, I'd play Hearthstone. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Let me talk a little bit more about that video idea I was thinking about. Like, basically, all heroes can be categorized into 4 categories. Consistent, don't need to do a quest. Inconsistent, don't need to do a quest. Consistent, need to do a quest. And inconsistent, need to do a quest. It was very. There's like four different categories, and all the heroes in the game can be put into those 4 categories. So, just saw it was you in the match. Thanks a lot for the match. Good game, well played. Dio's crazy, man. I got online as Fang on turn 2, and I still got run over. That's crazy. 10 armor for an aggro deck is insane. That's true. I mean, Mechanologist has always been given pretty good armor choices. The adaptive plating plus the Tinker Rings is a really good combo. Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're gonna kind of wrap things up here. I do plan on making that video soonish. I think that'd be a very interesting video. On like how to categorize all the heroes. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them in chat. Hopefully they're not about how to play Fang, because I do not know how to play Fang very well. It is very clear to me that I know how to play Dorinthia and Bolton and Olympia, and I do not know how to play Fang and Kassai. That much is clear to me. I can also play Dorinthia Quicksilver Prodigy properly. So I know how to play 4 of the 6 warriors properly. Inconsistent quest. Yeah. I mean, let me see if I can pull up something. Let's see here. Because I think this is a very interesting idea. Let's see. Let me see here. If I can, maybe we could throw together a quick one, not a tier list, but like, let's see. Alignment chart. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Here we go. This will work. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, this website is complete AIDS without ad block. Hold on. I have a different browser that I use for streaming, and I don't have extensions on. Let me quickly install an ad blocker, because that is like complete AIDS to use without. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, we're back. All right. So, like I said, each hero can be categorized into like the 4 quadrants here, right? So this is like okay, something like this, right? So like okay, so like Dio would be here. I'm not gonna like differentiate like where exactly. I'm just gonna say it's in this quadrant here. Dory is like here. Phi is here. Florian. I guess Florian's here. Fang is over here. Ira's here. Kassai is here. Katsu feels like he's over here. I mean, he has to do a little bit of questing, but you know. But basically, that's the idea of the video. I would have to I'd probably rope a couple teammates into making it. But basically, every hero can be kind of split into these 4 categories, which I think is kind of a cool concept. If you have questions on how to play Fang, I have a 65-page guide on my Patreon. Well, there you go. Go sub to Mara's Patreon. She'll teach you how to play Fang. I was planning on playing Fang for my RTN. I'm seriously questioning my decision right now. Do you have a Dory deck? I would just, if you want a Dory deck, just run my Worlds deck. I think my Worlds deck is fine. I promise my guys just not 60 pages that don't block. Decimator Fang is literally winning every matchup possible. He's very consistent now. Dude, you gotta send me a Decimator Fang list. I can't even begin to figure out where that goes. Syndra's like on the line. She needs some fealty, but doesn't really need it. Josh, I just had 2x RYN Road to Nationals last week. Okay. How did those 2 Nationals go? He was top 8, lost to Acilia, which he won versus in Swiss. That Acilia did 3 turns in a row for 20 damage, no combo. And he won next day, 41 player. I mean, does it look like the Olympia DGA deck, but just with Oath of Loyalty and Loyalty Beyond the Grave and stuff like that? Or am I missing something? Like, the only cards that a DGA Fang would actually use would be oops. Like, the only reason to run DGA and Fang instead of the other heroes would be this and this, and I mean, I guess you get some six poppers. Parched Terrain. Go to Fabry right now. Check the Aura Draconic. Aura Draconic. Blessing of Vincerakai? And Parched Terrain, right? That's it. Verdant's matchup is free. He also played Warhorn. And he is indeed royal. I mean, yeah, you get to play Warhorn in this, yeah. I mean, Warhorn allows you to blow up their healing potions. I mean, yeah. I've never seen it, but yeah. 9 shunt, 9 0 for 4s. I mean, yeah. Tunic, I presume, right? All right, for those of you who are still staying around, you guys get some bonus content. Because there were like 30% of you guys that voted for seeing this. You guys want to see some Fang Drakai decimation? Well, here you guys go. All right, we'll try to recreate his deck. So I presume Sharpened Steel, Felling Swing, E-Strike, CNC, Standing Order, Glint, Cleave, 3 overpower red? What? There's no shot a DGA deck runs this. What? There's no way that was correct to run overpower red. All right. You know what? We'll just try to do it. All right. So in terms of equipment, probably grains, quick dodge, bracers, balance, crown, Kabuto, null rune, probably. I don't know which 3. Probably these 3. Needs a lot more blues. Let me see here. Let me find my Olympia deck. All right, we got an Olympia deck here. All right, so what did Olympia run? Cleave, shelters. Heart, hold the line, provoke. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. He was probably running Tunic, wasn't he? Truce, Ripple Away, Warmongers. Okay, so something kind of like this. Tunic, Oasis. Yeah, I got Provoke, Warmongers, Truce, and Ripple here. Yeah. All right, so we'll move all the defensive cards into the inventory. Probably don't need 3 loyalty, just 2 is fine. Okay. So something like this. He was also saying when he played Dory next to me that he is more aggro deck too if the Dory went with Decimator too. Where was this RTN, by the way? It'd be very interesting to like interview this guy too. Because this is like unheard of. Oh, it's 6 a.m. right now. So this must be Europe, huh? Okay. Okay, sure. Just message me on Discord and Poland, of course. Where else? Oh no. All right, yeah. Send me a message on Discord. Maybe we can set up or make some content or something. It'd be funny. Midas Touch, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, if you played Wallet Warrior, it's very similar to the core of Wallet Warrior, but then you add in Oath of Loyalty, Parched Terrain, Imperial Warhorn, Loyalty Beyond the Grave. The rest of the stuff you can run in any warrior. He found the sauce, I'm telling you. But we didn't have prisms, I guess. Yeah. I mean, if you can take care of Gravy Bones, then yeah. That's pretty cool. Sigil of Solace, Fiddler's Green, Midas Touch, Amulet of Echoes, like, yeah. Fang is the best DGA warrior. Who knows? He didn't play Olympia. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, the core, like the blues and which reds he play is the same. Like Glint, Felling. I guess Fearless Confrontation also can be okay as well. Because maybe you win clashes with these, I guess. I don't know. 3x Sigil, he started the game at 40. How does he start the game at 49? How lucky do you have to be to draw 3 sigils in your opening hand? Oh my god. The chance of that is so low. Like, let's say you have a deck that's 65 cards, and you have 3 sigils, you draw 4, and you want to draw at least 3. It's less, it doesn't even display here. It's like 1 in 1,000 games, less than 1 in 1,000 games. It's crazy. All right. Well, I mean, that's cool to see that you know, he had some success there. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, I will be getting off. Fang, possible dark horse for RTN season. Whether he is Drakai of Blades or Drakai of Decimation, we will see, I guess. All right, for those of you guys going to an RTN, good luck at your RTNs. I hope that you get your invite. There's I think 3 or 4 more weeks of RTN, so you know you got a little bit of time, but you know it's always nice to secure an invite earlier if you can. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. It's a little bit late now, so. All right, but this has been Josh Lau with TheCardGuyz. Thank you so much for watching. I believe Nathan will be streaming tomorrow, and maybe Ed and Will also be streaming. I also think Damien will be streaming soon too, so that should be good. All right, we'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.